Hi there, Leo. How are you? It's me, Anissa from the Inner Stereo, and I'm back again doing your 17th of October until the 21st of October 2018 love reading. And as usual, I'm going to be covering your relationship sector, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiancé, anyone. I'm basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And also don't forget to check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because I tend to realize that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign. Okay, wow, this is intense. I wasn't expecting this for you guys. I felt like, the reading that I did for you guys in the past was quite good. But anyway, you have the Princess of Swords in here. The Princess of Swords, the Tower card, and then you have the Seven of Swords in here. The Princess of Swords in this particular deck of mine is someone, not gender specific, but it's like the energy of someone who has been burned, who has been kind of like lied to, and then this person develops some sort of trust issues. You could be dealing kind of like a little bit of a CIA or stalking thing towards someone who you believe is not telling you the truth, you know what I mean? So you guys are kind of like, doing that. You have the Tower card in here. Like you guys are wanting to find the truth of the matter really deeply. Because, you guys are kind of like dealing with someone who is quite non-committal. You have the Hierophant card in here. Someone who is non-committal. Someone who you cannot really hold accountable for all the promises that they made or all the words that they utter. You know what I mean? So there's this saying that you can actually judge a person by the promises that they kept. And I feel like this person is not someone who is like that. So now you guys are having like a deep-rooted major trust issues when it comes to them. And then you also have the King of Cups in reverse in here. It kind of like emphasizes that you guys are dealing with someone who is emotionally closed off. Someone who is somewhat an emotional manipulator. Someone who, whether it's intentional or unintentional, but the way they manipulate you also seems like an emotional abuse to me. Okay? And especially with this particular deck of mine, the King of Cups is also someone who is kind of like quite a serial charmer, if you know what I mean. So this person is quite a serial charmer. Someone who doesn't even need to do anything. If we're talking about the Knight of Cups, like they made effort to hi, to be flirtatious and everything like that. But this person, just by sitting down, this person attracts because this person does have that some sort of charisma. Lima kartu baca lalu, minta masukkan waktu masa depan. Must be love all the brain, keeps cursing my name. So in the past, you could be dealing with two people though, because the energy is kind of like seeming like quite too bipolar to be true if you're dealing with one person. But okay, I'm going to be talking as if like you guys are dealing with one person first, all right? So this person, someone that you felt very connected to, someone that you feel very much love with, someone who has a way to make you feel like you guys are always in the honeymoon phase. And it's something that cannot make you let go of them. It's because the way they make you feel. You know what I mean? It's just the way they make you feel. They just know you so good. They know which button to choose to make you kind of like forgive them in some ways and everything like that. Okay, this person has the Moon card, so meaning that this person actually doesn't really know where they stand in your life. It's someone who is always looking for answers, intuitively too, but it's, it's just someone who is like that. But I don't know why, but this Moon card in this particular deck of mine is someone who already masters when it comes to the art of emotions. And this is what I get through this reading only, because what accompanies it is the King of Wands. So someone who already masters what is emotions, what is a women emotions or what is a men emotions, what it takes to get people to feel some certain way. You know what I mean? And they're using it very good with the King of Wands in here. The King of Wands is someone who is very strategic. So this person could pull all some sort of stunts in order to get what they want. Okay, so if they want you, they can do anything. Like they can charm you with being charismatic. They can charm you by being extra handsome, extra selling themselves, or they can charm you by telling you like, look, I'm very stable, look, I'm very trustworthy, or they could emotionally, or they could get you by being very, very emotionally pampering at you, you know what I mean? So this person knows which button to choose, not because they've studied you well, but they already mastered the art of emotions, if that makes sense, okay? And this person drives you nuts. This person drives you nuts because intuitively you felt like things has not been standing really, really on an uneven keel and you want to restore that balance, okay? You kind of like want to restore that balance. So it kind of like gives you like a lot of midnight anxieties. One way you guys feel like a deep love towards them, and on the other way you kind of feel like things has not been standing on balanced scale. If you're dealing with two people, this person, I feel like kind of like return to your life. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Kind of like returns to your life. It's just that typical person who knows exactly what to do with you. And when they kind of like return to your life, it just gives you all sort of anxieties. It might be someone from your past, but it's just give you like, oh my God, I can't stop loving you, but I know that loving you is not healthy. That sort of feeling. And then on the other hand, you are dealing with person B, really, really wants you in some way, someone who is kind of like actually quite stable. Someone who is actually kind of like quite stable, but they kind of like see you in a physical way as well. And with them, you know, you guys are kind of like, well, yeah, I'm going to be standing on a gray area and I'm going to consider you, whether is it worthy for me to put into effort and actions or whether it is not. So you were not really, really emotionally invested on it. You know what I mean? So that's if you're dealing with two people. Terima kasih masa sekarang. So here's the thing. If you're dealing with one person, this person actually right now is in the fields about you. You know what I mean? Because they have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups has some sort of the Neptunian quality. In this particular deck of mine, has some sort of Neptunian quality when it comes to them, meaning that they do kind of like fantasize a lot about you. You've been dreaming like a lot of futures together with you inside of their head, and they truly believe in it. But the thing is that the energy is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is someone who is very, very, very sensitive, and it's not gender specific. We're talking about energy now, okay? Although this person is a man, they might be very, very manly and macho in the past, but this person right now is very, very sensitive because you hit them in the feels. They daydream a lot about you, and they're willing to put also some sort of effort and actions in order to make this relationship work with you. With the Ten of Wands, it's like kind of like them realizing that the road to the future together with you is it's not going to be like fairy tales, unicorns, rainbows, and roses and flowers and stuff, but they're willing to kind of like put in the work. But I feel like with this person, you guys are like the Five of Wands here. I feel like you have had it. I feel like you have had it. Like you're not willing to take that giant leap of faith, although you guys are kind of like feel very, very pleased that they're kind of like coming back around. And now they're kind of like different, and you start to see like, oh my God, this person changed. But deep down inside of you, you guys have deep-rooted trust issues, and you don't want to take that giant leap of faith up with them in the now. I hate this. Four of Pentacles. If you're dealing with two people, the person who suddenly wants to make that effort, put in the actions with you, I feel like you guys are no longer having it again with them. And then the newer person, which is person B, now they get in the feels and they became very, very feminine and sensitive and emotional when it comes to you. And I feel like you guys are, you know, like, okay, this is a brand new start. I feel like I want to do this. Okay, but I feel like because you're still dealing with different energy in the now, you guys are not willing to take that giant leap of faith yet. You guys are not ready to, you know, basically get into business and make that final decision, you know what I mean? In the future, if you're dealing with two people, the person A who is being very, very not good towards you in the past, they're still not good. They have the Four of Pentacles. They're still going to be kind of like stealing away things from you, lying, manipulating and everything for their own agenda. And I feel like you guys are going to be realizing that in the future, because you guys are going to be focusing much more on your self-fulfillment. Whereas person B, who is very, very much in love and you guys have hit him in their feels, they're going to be feeling very, very victorious because you're going to give that relationship a chance. You have the Seven of Pentacles in here, and you're willing to put in the work. And you guys have the Princess of Chalices, meaning that, you guys become like them too. You guys starting to build a future together. I feel like this person convinced you enough that they are emotionally secure and they want to give you something good. You know what I mean? If you're dealing with one person though, I don't like the fact that the Four of Pentacles is still here, meaning that there's something that is still hidden, and I feel like they're kind of like driving you, and it's all motivated by ego. They just don't like the fact that you guys were no longer giving them attention. They just like the challenge, they just like the hunt of a Leo to make you want to trust them again, and it's going to fulfill their ego, but still there's something here that's been hidden, and you guys are going to be led to kind of like a false happiness in here. So be careful if you're only dealing with one person, okay? But if you're dealing with two person, I feel like the newer person is much more better for you. All right, so I think that's it for my reading for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in 1 week. Bye-bye.